Hello, welcome to RedPanda versus TheViper. These are the players that have made it through so far. So RedPanda versus TheViper. Is it Orc Mirror?
A lot of
Let's
players
get
have been
started.
going up quite a bit in MMR over the last couple of days.
True.
So, yeah, will be fun to see if they play substantially better. Yeah, you'll be able to notice, right? I don't really know anything about this matchup, but if they play a lot better near the end of the series than they will do in game number 1.
TheViper has a cheese. I don't know who taught him. Oh, I guess Knopf, his coach.
What type of cheese?
It's double racks.
Double barracks?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
This is mass headhunter all in.
He likes the
So
range
that's
units.
definitely something that could help. In the meantime, I did check the stats right before their Farseers clash. I checked the stats and found out I was totally lying. So they have faced a very fair, substantial amount of Orc. The Viper's about 50% win rate at it, 53. And RedPanda, it's his best matchup by the stats. 72%? By far RedPanda's best matchup. Will he ever have faced this
Farseer Wars.
cheese, though?
At least it's not mirror
And will
image
Viper
Blade
make the
Master.
mistake of showing it, walking his Farseer to his
Yeah.
main?
He's not. He's gonna run around. Playing Ring Around the Rosie with the other Farseer and the dogs. Is this what this matchup usually looks like? I've never seen Orc v Orc before, but this looks silly.
I mean, the way that they're playing is like how they play against every race, where they do Farseer pressure, and they win with their good micro control, and they dysregulate the enemy's macro because of it. So, of course, when two Farseer wolves meet each other, you should run from the wolves, and you should put your wolves on the hero. So this is peak Orc performance, yes.
They've got something nice going on too. That's nice.
But this is already like inner invitational meta, because if you look at other Orc mirror games, sometimes there's like Blade Master mirror image creeping, there could be Farseer Headhunter creeping, there's all kinds of other play styles, but it's usual for now, Lowko, but it's not going to be usual for long, because two barracks are going to be churning away Headhunters. The build order is clean. I think what happened is Knopf probably sent in one of his own games, one of his own replays or VODs. Viper looked at it and copied it. So while everything looks normal now, wait, maybe, is it weird to see 4 Headhunters now on the other side of the map? I feel like that's kind of a tell, Lowko.
I don't think they would know that. I wouldn't know
You
that.
can't walk and make that many at this point in time out of just one.
But will he realize it?
So
Hell no.
probably. I wonder if he's gonna like adjust though throughout the series, because he mentioned during the interview that he doesn't like the Blade Master at all, right? He mentioned that he almost wanted to quit because RedPanda, that is, he doesn't like Blade Master.
Yeah, I don't like him too much either, at least fighting against him.
Just two Farseers hitting each other. 5 Headhunters now against 3 is really sussy. You've had this moment in StarCraft, no doubt, where you're like, hey, that's one Marine too many. And someone is secretly double ranking.
Yep. At some point you realize that it's just a little bit too much, right? Like you're making the same units, and your opponent has more of the same units, and on your side of the map.
Just
so
keep
there has
going.
to be a second barracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep
look at this.
going.
We have a shop coming.
More Headhunters.
So either Viper's going to TP, heal up, and go again, or he's going to walk all the way home. I'm not sure which
That's
one.
an interesting
it's gonna
idea,
be.
actually, to
Many
TP and then
Headhunters
start
getting
again.
saved. RedPanda kind of dropped
almost
the ball
worth
and not
it, in
sending
a
his
way.
wolves there. Oh my god, Viper's doing so well. He killed like 3-4 Headhunters and losing none.
Yep. The Wolves have been going to town, just picking off all of the weakened units, and now he's got level 2 over his opponent too. Do you go Chain Lightning here?
Yeah. Yeah, do you know the other Farseer ability?
I think it's like a scan, isn't it?
Yes.
See, this is
It's not very useful now that I'm
Jeez,
thinking about
point
it.
of
Yeah.
Where are you? Scan.
The bad-mannered scan right now in the main base would be sick, though.
Yep, it would actually be BM.
Yeah, look how many
if you
injured
scan
headhunters he's
right
got.
Right now, on top of
saved.
the opponent.
Ooh, Scroll of Speed. Is he gonna...
Nice.
Do you chase this? No, there's no way, dude. There's way too
Yes.
many.
Gotta get
of
back
course,
though,
if Speed's going,
surely.
you
He's
kill the
still.
Headhunters in
That's
the back
really
if you're
good.
there.
He still gets
You would
value
drop
from
low,
those
but you
headhunters. He
kill,
could
like,
have pulled
a
them
lot
back,
there. All of these
but he
need
still
healing,
used
so
value
how
from
is
them.
Viper going to heal? Oh, he
even
goes
though
to
they're
tier
on like
2.
no health.
That's not how you're supposed to do
They're
this.
still doing
You're
damage.
supposed to
They're
go
still
home,
doing chip
heal up,
damage.
and bring 4 peons and tower.
It's impressive. Oh, yeah, he's confident.
You
Yeah.
gotta double down on the aggression.
You got to double down on the aggression. Now he's kind of just
See, that's where the
I mean, what is
confidence
this,
pays
like,
off. That's what Lowko was
imagine
missing
doing
a little bit, unfortunately. I
2
think he can
barracks
get
or
it if he
4
played
barracks
enough,
Moss
but
Marines, and then being
he didn't
like,
have
yeah,
enough
I can macro
confidence in
behind
his
this.
attacks.
This is just a pressure opener.
So the question is, has he
Oh,
done
look
enough
at
damage
that.
to justify this?
yeah, Viper's.
I mean,
Tier
he
2
killed
right
I'll
now
have to
for
start
his
watching some of
opponent.
these Age of
Viper killed
Empires 2
6-7
games or something.
Headhunters and lost none, which is insane. He, yeah,
One,
something
soon
like
to be
that.
one.
Okay, soon
There's
to be
one,
one, yeah.
but
Maybe he did lose 2.
He's done enough.
So that means now he's lost 2. He might lose 3, but he killed like 7. So that's really nice. But all of the experience is going to the Farseer. So eventually, when the Tauren Chieftain gets higher level, that's... Oh, nice deny. RedPanda might be in the lead.
So Orc can only ever heal when there's a hero nearby, right? Like they need to use the hero.
Oh,
Yes.
watch out.
And
Don't want those getting hit.
And it's a minus 70 on
gonna
the
hurt.
clarity. Everything is going to get cancelled by the wolf. Well, not everything, I guess. It is a non-combat consumable, which is to say, if you get attacked, it cancels the remainder of the effect.
Well, he's not rebuying it either.
And you
So
can
I
only
guess we're
buy
going-
2 charges of heal salve, so you can heal up to 6.
Oh.
And then like maybe 45
Although,
or 60 seconds later, you
The
get another
Viper's
charge.
webcam is playing in stock motion mode.
I see. So is it beneficial for him now to go across the map though against 2 heroes?
I think so. He's got...
Yeah.
Normally, what I would do here probably, I would creep this shop, get level 3 Farseer, buy heal score protection, and then you go. And that's almost insurmountably strong. He's also very close to tier 2. He can get troll regeneration, which means you won't need as many heal salves. Farseer level 3 means wolves level 2. And he's got 1/1 upgrades already on his war mill upgrades. So his headhunters are stronger. He has more than double, and they're going to have regen soon. But the one thing he really needs is to be able to resist and get that heal scroll. Burrow kills here would be huge.
He's trying to decide what to do. A little indecisive for just a moment. He decides to go Brewmaster.
Okay.
So we're doubling down on aggression even more?
Yeah. I mean, you know, Brewmaster is a good scaling hero. The funny thing is, if Orc gets Brewmaster, usually it means they're rushing. But for Night Elf, it means they're greedy and playing for the late game. Whereas if Night Elf gets Naga, they're playing normal. And if Orc gets Naga, they're all in. The context of what you're trading in for is very different based on what race you are.
I've played the Panda like once or twice, and I found that it's garbage unless you got both abilities. So what makes it good for Orc at this stage in the game?
Headhunters, low health, numerous. Drunken Haze gives mischance. He has a large enough army that he can power creep it to level 3. Panda is garbage at level 1, but fantastic at level 3+. If he separates his Farseer here, he's going to get Panda 3 off this camp, and he does.
Ooh.
Great play by Viper.
He's playing very well.
It's not in the back. The heal scroll protection, the heal scroll invul actually went to RedPanda. RedPanda is also on the way to tier 3, which means he can get the upgrade, which gives bonus 100 health on the Headhunters.
He actually perfectly got
That's
level 3.
huge.
Huh. I mean, you knew it. Do you think he knew it too? You got a
Oh,
little-
yeah.
I don't know if you knew it, but I knew it from feeling. It's really weird how you can predict that, but just based on like, you know, the bars, the feeling, the creep camp strength. I think he had a good feeling probably. it
That
would work.
Panda is going to wreck
Tier
face.
3 just started by Viper. He's got his second attack upgrade coming, more Headhunters, and a Tauren Totem as well. I don't know if that's going to be for Walkers or for...
Maybe he's going for scroll of
Taurens.
healing. I think he's going for scroll of healing. He's
There you go.
picked one up on the
Healing
Farseer.
On the Farseer and the
Speed
scroll
scroll.
protection.
Why is he speed scrolling?
I think Red Panda was using speed scrolls all the time in the 2
Chase this
versus
one
2
down.
as well.
There we go, no? Berserk is active now on at least the
Whoa.
units in blue.
Ooh. There's a heal
Line them
scroll
up.
for Viper. He has protection scroll. 1 armor upgrade, 1 armor from the protection. Still saving his heal scroll for now. Huge fire breath on the backline. Heal scroll for Viper now would be insane. There's the shockwave. Does he remember he has it?
He just bought it like a second ago, but I think he has forgotten that he does have it.
It's
though,
still
winning
useful.
the fight regardless.
Yeah, still useful now.
You had the 100 health upgrade for RedPanda, but he forgot to use heal scroll himself. He also forgot to use Scroll of the Beast. So he didn't have that going for him. And then you had Viper's 2-1 upgrades with regen and a level 3 Panda. Oh, he really needs heal scroll now! Oh.
Invol on the Tauren Chieftain. He's gonna try and chase this down.
I think he likes fighting with 1 health
Forgotten that
units.
he's got it.
Yep. I feel like you made good use of your items, better than most invitational participants. You remembered your staffs. Like once you have that habit, you were clean on it.
Well, the first time you showed me, I was like, how in the world am I ever going to implement this in a game? And then I realized, wait a second. Both of them work together so nice.
The double staff,
Is he going to
right?
buy another one? Okay, no, he buys... I guess it's not for sale again. Oh, it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he bought a second scroll of healing. Probably now realized that he must have had one all this time.
Yeah. He's like, maybe I'll actually make use of this one. 518 gold for RedPanda. He's getting Bloodlust upgrade. That takes 90 seconds, about 1 minute left. Viper goes back. In the past, Viper would just hit heal scroll to heal everything. I told him that it's not great to use greater heal, greater mana, or heal scroll outside of combat. There's a cheaper ways to heal, and you can save it for battle. And it looks like he's adhering to that now, which does mean he will lose a little bit momentum for the time being. He's only at 38 population himself. He's going to get a Shadow Hunter third. Didn't make use of the totem yet, and gets a Ring of Protection +5. RedPanda is still in the game, and he's got that speed aura and soon Bloodlust, which means he will gain 40. Is it 35 or 40%?
RedPanda's not out of this yet.
And then Endurance aura gives another, I don't know, maybe. Is it 5 or 10%? So he's got almost 50% bonus attack speed. This could be big for him. He's catching up.
Yeah. Great hold by him, by the way, earlier. Yeah. It looked like it was going to be game over at...
It's all like hindsight, but it makes me think that if, judging by the amount of lumber he has, maybe he didn't have that much lumber when he did that first sort of push with the headhunters and microed them so well. But there was like two options. He could either, in the first instance, take some peons, like 2 to 3 peons, and build towers during that. But he did sort of have to back, so maybe that wouldn't have worked. So if he did the attack, town portaled back, use that town portal. Sure, you might miss it later on, but if you do things right, you might not need it later on. Use the town portal back, instantly start healing up all those headhunters that are super low, and then bring the peons. You know what I mean? And go for like a second push, like a night elf, absorbing all of their moon juice and then attacking instantly again. And then he would have really that would have been like a super forward aggro play. But obviously, if the game got dragged out, he would definitely miss the town portal.
Night elf, at least you can scout, though. It seems like it's quite difficult for Orc to, like obviously you can still scout using units, but Wisps are really strong.
Wolves.
At just, keeping that vision.
Wolves is the answer for Orc. You wouldn't want to use units, correct? Peon Scout is not nearly as good. But the wolves should be sent periodically to different places, and then you'll have more information. But they haven't mastered that yet.
Rope of the Magi.
It's pretty good.
What games are these guys from? Well, I know TheViper's from Age of Empires 2. Not so sure what RedPanda's from. I think he's done like several different games, so he's a bit all over the place. Experiencing a fair few different things.
Attacking the peons in the burrow.
StarCraft 2, okay.
Viper has a
I
running...
guess it's not going to kill anything, but maybe the next time around, right?
Yeah, that's true, because he resummoned. Okay, this is the
big
big fight.
On the other side of the map now.
Drunken Ace Fire Breath, it's big.
Oh, there we go. The wave being used right there for the Tauren Chieftain too. He's trying to chase this down.
No heal scroll yet for Viper. He needs it dearly. Oh, he did it. That's big. Huge shockwaves and fire breaths against each other. And he's targeting down the shamans.
Also does have a heal scroll though. He also has one that he might want to use here himself.
His Farseer ran home.
There we go.
With the town portal.
Where we are going, we need no town portal.
Very much in control now.
Wow.
Maybe
he's got the third hero.
Though.
A surround attempt here by the Viper, trying to get the Tauren Chieftain.
The lightning
does have a
shield
lightning
there.
shield, but he doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, get him.
Oh, it's a surround! Is it? It is. It is. Okay, is he
And then
actually...
Invol.
does he wanna
Oh, this
hold it?
surround
Farser's
could
back,
come with
Farser's
a
back.
cost.
Chain lightning.
Chain lightning.
All the units are low!
Oh, they're so low. What a fight. Great attempt right there by the Viper, but it seems like it's just barely not worked out. And now we TP Grubby. It was all part of the plan.
I see. Okay, I learned a lot from this. Pretend your TC with Lightning Shield is getting surrounded, come back, Chain Lightning, and kill everything.
There you go. Feign weakness when you're strong. Didn't we see Tommy with the, what was it, the Art of War earlier?
Yes.
Feign weakness when you're strong and feign strength when you're weak. Brilliant.
Yeah. Wow. Okay,
So
but
both players now have only heroes, basically.
yes, but the big advantage is the upgrades, right? We've got 1-0 for Zerkers for RedPanda. Viper early on went to 2-1, is now getting 3-1, and he has that expansion running, which I think RedPanda doesn't know. You know, I feel like in Warcraft 3 Orc Mirror, you're kind of breaking the bro code if you expand. You're not just fighting anymore.
This is not cool, dude.
It's not cool. Like,
Not cool,
here we
bro.
We're
are
having
just-
such a good time shooting arrows and
Not
stuff at
cool.
each other or throwing javelins or whatever it is. And
Yes.
now you're expanding. Ugh.
Rich
It's like
friends,
the red camp now, too.
rich friends, poor friends problem. Oh, insane item. Legion Doomhorn, the Death Knight aura. Regeneration for the entire army and movement speed for the whole army.
It's funny, in a bunch of my games I've had these items, but then at this stage in the game, I don't feel like I have the time to read exactly what the item does. Or I can read it, but not interpret it. It's
Wait,
good to
really?
Look at a replay like this and or at a live game rather like this and have a look.
I think I've heard you say that. Be like, that's probably good.
Any of the red items are good. That's what I've learned.
He's separating his panda away to solo farm his Farseer and Shadow.
I'd rather get Panda to 5.
I guess he wants Shadow 3.
Shadow 3 definitely, but
Talisman of
Well,
Evasion.
he's gonna get it.
Okay, what does Red Panda get? Claws of Attack plus 12. Extremely lackluster. Farseer and Shadowhunter share spots on the bottom half of the hero list at being able to make use of bonus damage items. They have low natural attack speed.
I'm kind of surprised the Farseer doesn't benefit too much from it because he's quite a
Unlucky.
pokey hero.
Part of the game.
Yeah.
Part of what makes it so addictive sometimes. You get those
you
games
can
where
get
you find
bloodlust.
4 claws of attack, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage. And then another game, you have a demon with 4 rings of protection.
Yep. He never dies. Get some evasion on him.
Love it.
Nothing
I don't
kills him.
love it.
Yeah, this is rough right now. I don't actually know if Panda knows about the expansion. I mean, he must have.
Now he knows.
He's gonna see it now. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Well, it's okay.
His heart is gonna sink when he realizes it.
It's only been up for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
2k gold behind.
Already though, he's falling behind in supply.
Viper does have lumber issues. He got so many upgrades. He never got peons, never got shredder. So he has 2 peons on wood. This is like
The
typical
first
orc.
15 seconds
orc
into the
IQ
next
problems.
fight could be pretty
Take
big
5
for
peons from
Viper
our
because he
7
could get
on
level
lumber,
5
put them
on
in
both
the
the
expo, and then we never
Farseer
make
and
new
Panda
peons. And then
potentially.
you get to
15 to
3,000 gold,
25
29
seconds.
lumber.
And he's got like full mana on both those heroes
in that
almost.
direction right now. Interestingly enough, Red Panda has the exact opposite problem. He's got nearly 2,000 wood, saving it for the next game.
I see.
Not a lot of gold though.
Should be attacking or long distance mining with peons then.
Cool. Here we go though. Big fight
Drunken
happening.
Ace, Fire Breath on the
Chieftain going in.
heroes.
It's going to take a while to get a kill when the heroes are tanking the damage
Accidental
though.
misclick on the walkers. He turned ethereal, which means they no longer deal damage, but at least they're safe.
Not much experience
items
at the
being used.
moment
That
for
wave is so
Viper, but that
powerful,
could
though.
turn
Nice heal scroll
soon.
by the Viper. He has a second heal scroll on the Shadow
But he's
Hunter.
going to use up most of his mana on that
He's
Panda by that
disenchanting the
point.
Bloodlust. Nice job. Shockwave not hitting too much for Red Panda. His Farseer is also exposed. Panda comes in, does a Drunken Ace. Not enough mana for the combo. Uses Clarity. Instantly gets itself cancelled. Now he can Fire Breath.
Close
The
path.
Viper's looking much stronger, but just imagine how
Viper, though, as long
super
as he
strong he would
holds,
be if he
he
had
will
level
be
5
happy.
on both the
And the Walkers
Farseer
are
and the
back
Panda
from
during
their
that.
Gonna benefit him.
The Walkers are
He
back
would
from
have
their
absolutely
vacation.
floored that.
Good use of items for the
Oh
Panda.
no, he's running the wrong direction too. Oh,
shit.
god. Well, GG. It's gotta be it.
Tough fight.
Interesting.
Very difficult to get back at this point, I would imagine.
No
He
shot.
just watched the hero.
Yeah.
GG. Wow. Okay, I have a
Viper's
question,
very
Lowko.
scary.
How much does
It's really
MMR
who's going to
matter?
stop the
Because
Viper in a
I
way.
value
And
it a
Sing
lot,
Sing had a
and
good
he
chance,
thinks
and
it's
maybe
just a
Sing Sing
number.
can learn and come back stronger.
I feel like so the Viper obviously has a ton of tournament experience too, right? And I can imagine when he's laddering, obviously he's putting into focus, but it seems like he can do like 110% focus maybe on a tournament day. And he's playing very well. Like certainly much better than I would imagine at least.
A lot better than 1300, yes.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's really interesting. He has prepared a special build with the double racks mass headhunters. He microed it well, and he did the build well. I was kind of taking a sneak peek now and then at whether his macro would fail. You know, you play a new build last day before the tournament. You never showed it on ladder so that the replays can't get scouted. And suddenly, you see someone do a new build, and I look at his racks fully expecting 500 gold, no production. Not the case. He did it very well. And
you have to have like proper practice partner for that
impressive.
kind of stuff. I would never bother to do that. It's like where you would deliberately hold back your actual proper gameplay. So then when you are playing on the ladder, you're never playing what you would be playing when you intend to win. So it's like you're never doing the thing that you should be practicing, if that makes sense. So it almost works against you to not practice that thing anyway, even if people can see what it is you're doing.
I'm not even sure if it's cheese anymore in current patch.
Yeah, I have made one Priestess of the Moon by accident, and I think about 4 Huntresses when I didn't mean to. So I have very little experience with it myself, but I may have to figure it out before tomorrow.
I see. Yeah. Wait, are you facing... You are, right?
I think I'm playing Lacari, right?
I see. So 1 cheese in Knight of Mirror. Orc probably has like 10 different cheeses. You've got this one. You can do it with towers, or you can transition like he did, which is honestly valid, even though I was critiquing it in game. Then you've got like a lot of tier 2 all-ins, either with mass headhunters or a super fast rush with a fast fire lord. There's so many builds. Orc mirrors, I think, I may be biased, but this is part of the reason why I picked Orc. It's the funnest matchup in mirror matchup. Having said that, what do you feel about Knight of Mirror? Do you feel like it's fun, or you would rather have any of the other 3?
So I kind of feel like I've been doing mostly the same build.
I think
in
human
every
mirror
matchup,
match.
pretty much regardless of.
I think
what the opponent...
really, yeah. Maybe the favorite mirror match is really the mirror match that you actually are the strongest in, right? Because Grubby's the strongest in Orc, so that's why he might say Orc is his favorite. But if I see Orc mirror match, that's like a nightmare. Because if I go against an Orc that actually knows what they're doing, I'm fucked, basically. Because I can't play Orc properly. So, not that I can play human exactly properly, but I'm more confident with what I'm supposed to be doing in a human mirror. So I think that's really where it comes down to. Whatever your strongest race is probably the race that you're going to feel the most comfortable in a mirror match.
What I'll have to talk to Kevin about it, I guess, before tomorrow, as to what strat I should expect now, because I heard the matchup has changed a little.
Did you talk to Kevin in between your games against Turin?
Yeah, a little bit. He basically said I was 98% of the way to winning in every occasion, but I just barely didn't clutch it.
I think that's kind of right. I
mean, need to be way more aggressive. It's easy to say
if you just do these 2 to 3 things better that you may or may not know about. At least you didn't like make blunders. You didn't lose via blunders. You lost because he did fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, we did some practice games against Undead before, right? And he was basically coaching me as I was playing, and I keep losing and losing and losing, and then he shows me one example game and he wins by like minute 3 just by perfect wisp harassment and the critical hits. Yeah. And you just realize that you can get a lot of value out of the early game, but
true.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks easy, and to be honest, if you're Kevin, it is easy.
Yeah.
But it's built upon years of practice.
I feel like that's one of the things that's a little bit harder as a viewer in this game than it is in, for example, StarCraft 2. Like, appreciating the skill expression of the players, it requires more knowledge. Like, me failing makes me appreciate good Night Elf players more, if that makes sense. Whereas I think with a game like StarCraft, you can just look at the pretty pictures and watch the explosions, and it's a little bit more apparent, even if you've never played. But yeah, the fills are still useful in that regard.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Even when I went back to Warcraft 3, because I didn't play it for like 7 years after 2010. When I went
Grubby
back to it,
Warcraft
I would
3.
look back at VODs of how we used to play, and I would think, wow, we were not good at all. Like after StarCraft 2, and I'm like doing 285 APM Blinkstalker micro. I thought, well, it wasn't that good at all. But then you start playing again, and you're like, oh yeah, these units need a little convincing.
They need a little bit of love.
Yeah.
It's the same way you watch like StarCraft 1 games. I don't know if you ever do, but if you just see like dragoons wandering around the map, it kind of looks like it's got, you know, similar to like Warcraft 3 pathing or StarCraft 2 pathing. But when you actually play, you realize none of the units ever listen to you. That's what the pro gamers are really good at, like walking. It sounds like a basic skill, but it's not so obvious.
RedPanda's doing it too!
The double barracks.
Double barracks from him now?
Yeah, he's doing the same build, the exact same build.
It's
I could
strange,
see it
isn't
the
it?
moment he stopped making peons.
I don't think I've
because
ever
he's
really
staying
done
at
this build
15
very much.
population, and he's supposed to go to 17 if he's playing normal. And this time Viper is doing a proper build. He has planted his flag on Azeroth, if you will. I'm crazy. Yo soy loco. I could do anything. You got to be afraid of me. But now RedPanda's doing the same thing. Because RedPanda's getting coaching from Franzis, which is a 2300 MMR orc player that has had #1 in 4-on-4. Very scrappy player. He knows like 10 different cheeses as well.
Here come the
So now RedPanda's
farseers.
doing the Mass Headhunter, which means if they had both done it, which is something we might have later in the series, we're going to see 20 toothpick throwers against each other at tier 1.
So who will build the first tower on the other side of the map, I guess, in that case?
I feel like RedPanda will actually go all the way with
Oh, a little bit of experience
Yeah,
there
nothing
for
he's gonna
Red
tear up.
Panda.
this. I don't know. It's hard to say. He's got
Game
a taste
over.
for
You
it.
got
There
20
we go.
experience.
Mass Headhunter production. And will Viper sniff it out? Question mark.
What's my opinion on players
Yeah.
getting coaching between games?
Well, I guess since he just played it, at least it's fresh.
Well, it
in his
certainly
mind,
gives him
right?
a
He's
big
gotta be paying
advantage if it's
attention at the
coaching
very
from a
least to the
high-level
number of
player.
headhunters.
Probably. I mean,
So
So
what's
I think it's really
so
only
he's going
fair
much
if
faster
both
grade level
players
right
get
now, or
coaching.
tier 2.
If only one
Is
player
that
gets
the
coaching,
normal
it's, you know,
approach to
you're not
counter
gonna.
this?
no, he doesn't know.
It's not like they're gonna win
He doesn't know
purely
what's
because of
going on.
that
He's just doing
coaching.
his
But
normal build. Probably thinking of... I don't know what units he makes in Orc Mirror normally. Is it Headhunter Walker or Headhunter Shaman for Bloodlust? Headhunter Raider Kodo? Could be
At
any
the end of the
those.
day-
Whatever that is, he's probably thinking about it.
this
The
is
longer he
somewhat
doesn't see
lax.
his double racks,
It's not.
the more he's just going
You
to
know,
try
there's
and
still
do
some
that.
rules to it and stuff,
Once
no
you become
cheating,
aware.
etc.
Okay, that
But
looks
you
like a
know,
lot of Headhunters. I
you
have
can't
2,
rule
you have
everything
4.
out.
Viper should know, right? But that doesn't mean you
Yeah.
can just start making towers at home and hold that way. I think the way you adapt is you get that
is Red Panda going to go
You're
Fire
tier
Lords?
2,
No, of course
Fear
not. He's
not.
doing the double
Get
barracks.
your
I was just
panda,
wondering.
and you start the war of attrition. 1 breath, 2 breath, 3 breaths.
What tech is
now everything
Viper
is
on?
half-life. And Red Panda, of course, is playing without
How
Voodoo
far
Lamp,
is he
because
through his
all
tier
unit-
1 to
all money
2?
must go to unit production.
Well, it's still a little while until tier 2 is done. So for now, he's going to have to hold on with what he's got. Microing it away for now, but one of them
Oh,
is
the wall's
very
blocked.
far forward. Nice
That
body
is a
blocking
dead
right there
headhunt.
by Panda.
Tries to save his own Headhunter as well. It's going to give the little turnaround. This is...
Wow, he actually does it.
Okay, nice. Very well done.
Oh, wow.
Watching
Yeah,
the
that's
dogs
pretty good.
chase units is very funny to me.
Yes.
They're like, here, stop. Just stop running. It's okay. Ooh, that shop is looking very exposed now.
Yep. One of the ways that you counter these pushes is to have an encapsulated shop in the back. The shop is a big attack target. It's what gives you mass mana pot spam on Panda, which will allow you to eventually use your 5th or 6th fire
Maybe you
breath
should swap
to
the
kill
shop
all
with the
Headhunters.
barracks position.
Ooh, he's getting some good movement over here, though. Gets, ooh, one more with the final javelin.
Looks like the guy that makes more spear throwers has
Yeah.
more spear throwers and then kills more.
More stuff is better than less stuff. This is StarCraft after all.
In this way, yes.
Well, when the second hero comes
Is it
out, although it's going to be a
is it
while,
a risk to
That's
go
gonna be
against
the
even
power
It
swap.
feels dangerous to me.
Tauren Chieftain
I
is the
think it's a
safer
waste.
play.
Oh, what did he get? A lot of sand?
Despite the
without a
aggro
hard
and the
crustacean
harass,
band.
he's not getting like a tavern hero to get him off his
He lost
back.
a Headhunter.
Tauren
going
Chieftain
in.
will be better in the
Didn't
long
kill
run.
anything. So every Headhunter matters. It looks like Viper will come back in. Wants to kill it.
Oh,
Doesn't quite get it.
needs a high, super
walk
high
away and
damage
heal
roll for that
himself
one.
up.
And even then, he
tier
might have
2.
still not
There
got
we
it.
have our answer. He did not commit.
Okay. I like how if you're a low HP headhunter, you get to go on vacation for a little while.
What would you
There's a
pick? Would you
bunch of
pick
guys that are
Shockwave or
standing
War
around the
Stomp?
Waiting,
I would be tempted to go War
waiting
Stomp.
for a healing cell.
We'll see you in
Because
3
you're going to
minutes
get like
after a bit of
hit
natural
no matter what, so
regeneration.
you need the Tauren Chieftain to try to stun them
All right, it is going to be TC
to
though.
reduce the damage he's going to take.
Shockwave, pretty good here. Nice
But he does go
Shockwave.
with Shockwave. But I think both are
Not quite
good.
Panda. I think Panda gets 3 fire breaths. TC only gets 2 shockwaves. Damage is actually the same, which is why usually you go Panda when you need immediate AoE.
Yeah, I guess he's having a
Warstomp
hard
does
time
force you
getting
to go a
into the
little
map here,
deep,
though,
but
right? So maybe
yeah,
just
it's kind of felt like he
maybe-
might be forced to have to go deep regardless if he wants to not
See,
lose his
what's
entire
Viper getting?
base.
Viper is getting Troll regen, Headhunter and Troll regen, and reinforced defenses, so that at least base dives won't happen so much anymore. And he's getting Torrent Totem, which
But maybe Wave is the best.
doesn't do that much. Torrent Totem creates Spirit Walkers that have 450 range, outranged by 100 by Headhunters, taking bonus damage from Headhunters. All it does is Spirit Link, which is granted very, very good and has synergy with Regeneration upgrade for Trolls, which Viper is getting as well. And he can disenchant Wolves, which again is good. I don't hate it, but it's not like really a power unit in the situation.
It's kind of a comfy unit that bolsters you a bit more, though.
So one thing that Viper did in the previous game is
Feels
get those
like it's
really
doing
quick
something.
upgrades going. Panda did not do that. Is it the norm to get the faster upgrades?
Because you're at tier 1 and you've got natural supply caps that you reach, like 30 pop, 40 pop, those are usually times to fit in an upgrade, and it's a way to make your units more valuable than theirs while also being production gated sometimes. So yeah, I would say it's extremely common to get 1-1 on tier 1 while you're doing this double ranks mass headhunter.
Okay. Panda scouting to trying to figure out if there's another base somewhere. Not the case. Dude, this camp in the middle I found is amazing. Like these units are, if you can snipe the items here, these camps are so valuable on every map.
You know, this camp is very close to being red.
Is it?
It's level 9. It's level 19. And if it's level 20, it will be red. That's how good this camp is. That's why it also kicks a lot of people's ass. Because they think, oh, orange camp, let's take it.
I assume RedPanda's got like a second hero coming at some
Now,
point.
the actual red camps on this map are
Because
insane, though.
the longer he goes, the worse that's going to
What do
get
you know
for him.
about that?
Sometimes it's tempting to stay on
I
that
may or
one
may not
hero,
have lost
but
3 bears to it once
really
upon
need a
time.
second hero to
I
start
was
soaking
listening
up
Lowko
experience.
radio in the garden. Oh, anyways. I heard 3 Baron death sound. I was like, oh, Lowko.
At least we've arrived at that point, you know? At least I now know that there's a difference between the red camp strength. Some of them are just insane. These ones may be the hardest ones on any map I've played. These are so powerful.
What do you think about Viper expanding against a extended tier 1 all-in?
Yeah, I don't think fundamentally it makes a lot of sense, but maybe if he's given
Torn
enough
Chieftain.
time, I mean, I don't think Panda is gonna give him that much time though. He still doesn't have upgrades. Oh, he's getting them now. Okay, he's getting the +1.
Let's see what the item is. Not a very good item. Decent for the Torn Chieftain that's coming out. Red Panda is going to tier 3 before the Viper, actually. Viper is getting armor upgrade, Walker, and Great Hall. I frown at that
going on?
prioritization, but if he gets away with it, who's to argue with his methods?
Yeah. So Panda is actually turning around. Rather than
Involves
going
fairly
into
good
the
there.
expansion
Torn Chieftain
era,
has
he's
that
checking for it.
Hellstone and a
He's checked the
potential
other base in the
invul.
bottom not too long ago, and now he's not checking the more obvious location on this map.
Well, because
He's
who
gonna
would
be
do
able to
this?
maybe get away with it.
Who would do this?
Notice how the Viper put the Hellstone into the 6th slot. I wonder if that's so he has the least amount of chance of accidentally consuming the Hellstone. I just wonder why it went there. I'm sure. I mean, that would be the reason why I would think so. It's pretty hard to take that sixth slot.
Before actually making army. Every other Holy Roman Empire was doing fast tech to tier 3. So I thought, Holy Roman Empire can do this. And I think that's when I fell in love with his gameplay.
See, to me, I have my invul potion on the 3rd slot, which is F3. I press F3 for that, which is easy enough for me to press. If it's on here, that would be F6 for me. Although for normal players, that would be like number 2, all the way on the right-hand side of the keyboard, which is trash. So don't do that. But that's a horrible position for something that is something you might need to desperately use in a very quick amount of time.
Not farming creeps. Excellent position for a fight, but misreading the situation. Viper has been kind of slow creeping. He's only level 3, 2.9. And his expansion, he's only now getting saturated. He's also staying at 50, which is, again, greedy.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I still haven't learned to try to hotkey stuff to my mouse, middle mouse button and such, or the side mouse buttons. I do that with other games, like Dark Souls. I have like my parry on like mouse 5 and stuff like that. But yeah.
I think this looks real good for RedPanda, Lowko.
Yeah, he was ready for an all-in, so he was making non-stop units. Well, it turns out you can use them offensively too. He just has the numbers at this point, right? The heroes, though, are still incredibly powerful.
RedPanda. Oh, he got a stomp in there.
Viper late on the heal scroll. He lost 2 walkers. About to lose 3 walkers without heal scroll.
Get it done.
He's not using... There it is. Finally, the heal scroll on the backline for the Viper. Shockwave missing most of the units. There's a heal scroll from RedPanda. It's insane.
Yep.
I think the level 3 Turin Chieftain
down, but I think he's just got a little bit too much stuff. Reinforcements are going to be slightly closer by.
RedPanda actually coming out.
Very well done for RedPanda here.
But
tier 1,
both players might have to back off
it's
eventually.
Like tier 2, it doesn't
so
even
he might
exist.
still get value out of that expansion, Viper.
Had an info pot on it.
As long as he's got units constantly pumping out, but you can see he's at 1,400 gold, so he's not actually spending it.
Okay,
he says GG. I don't think it's over yet.
Wow.
I don't think that was over yet.
The guy that made double
racks. I think he's in not a great position, but I don't think that was over.
First the Viper, now RedPanda for the equalizer.
What you would do there is you would move 3 of the healthy peons out of the gold mine to the left, so it's harder for your opponent to pick them off. The other 2 that are on like next to no health, they're going to die anyway, so don't worry about those. You TP back like he did. If he has a shot, which I assume he does, buy health potions, mana potions, just chug them. Chug them on both your heroes. And then speed scroll back in. Don't necessarily need to speed scroll back in, but you can basically move back in with the extra mana replenishment. Obviously, you'll be taking clarity as well on your Farseer because he's ranged, so he still has a chance to get the mana back. If you really want to, you can put on the Turin Chieftain and just get like 20 to 40 mana back before he gets auto-attacked. And then you basically use your spells to whittle down RedPanda's remaining units as best as you can, so then he doesn't really have enough firepower to kill your expansion whilst you're rebuilding your army. So to me, he didn't lose that yet. I don't even think it was like completely over or even that much over for him. I still think he had a pretty good chance because of the resources he had.
In the fight in the same way when she's getting targeted, but today you were on point with it.
So that's a surprise.
Yeah, thanks. One thing I'm really good at is using my Staff
If
of
he goes
Preservation
out here,
and
does
then
he
using
actually
the
not get
invul
into
on
the lower
Demon
bracket?
Hunter, and then losing the Demon Hunter as soon as the invul runs
into
out
this bit?
because my Staff of Preservation is...
Or if you lose here, do you go down to here?
Work on, but
that is, to be fair, tough.
I think maybe because one of these can go through. So then this other spot must be for the ones that lose
Zarkor
here.
in chat says,
Okay.
I don't understand a thing at all. Holy. Who are you here for? Who are you supporting? I'm assuming you're new to Warcraft 3 and supporting one of your streamers newlywed to Warcraft 3. I support Lowko, says Angelo.
ooh, nice. That's what we need to hear. So in most of the games I've played against Orc, they either go for like this type of army or they go for like Blade Master with grunts. Is that a thing at all in Orc versus Orc?
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, the idea usually is if everything is ranged, the enemy cannot get easy hits without getting hit by everything. If part is ranged, part is melee, the enemy can focus your melee before your range gets in range of their range. So there is a certain power in having only grunts, so you can do surrounds, and you either go in or go out, you never half-ass it, or have only ranged. So Farseer Headhunter is like a natural pairing, and Blade Grunts is a natural pairing as well for the same, like for that concept. It's kind of weird.
It's weird.
I'm guessing we're not going to see it from RedPanda though. He seemed very adamant on not liking.
This one's for
Blade
Phaedric
Master.
if he's still alive.
I checked his
still awake.
stats. His let me see. His stats in Orc Mirror.
For 1 minute straight.
For that your version of Snow White is different and it's more of a 20.
What's wrong with her face? Has he got a filter on it or something?
What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently
They've done something to her face.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
It is a filter.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
I mean, it kind of looks like her a little bit, so it's not even that much of a filter, to be honest, because she kind of does have a, you know.
From the Viper. Everybody knows Viper is yellow. You know, I
It's
used
not
to
like
do
the
that.
filter's doing that much work.
You used to do. You're trying to go for every tiny advantage.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Grubby used to reach over and unplug their mouse too.
No,
Whenever
no,
he
no.
could reach.
Only fair advantages. But there were no rules about player color. It was like one is blue, one is yellow. So if you get in the lobby early and you know he likes yellow, you take yellow. Psychological
Fair enough.
warfare.
Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah.
one of those kind of
I kind of like it.
players.
I guess if you get first, you can. If you get into the lobby first, you can choose it, right?
Yep. And let's say if players cared enough, then tournament organizers would first need to take it seriously that
the
somehow it
RedPanda
matters,
versus the
which they may
Viper.
not. Because, you know, not everyone is so
And then it'll be TommyKay versus
sweaty,
Turin.
trying to get psychological advantage and willing to wage that psychological war as well. By the way, Viper really late with Burrow. Unforced error. First, they would need to take it seriously, and then they would need to make rules around that as well. Wait, he's not making any peons anymore. He's forgot the
Ooh.
peon as well.
See, this yellow situation is already throwing him off. Late burrow,
I
late
think so.
peons.
I think so.
It must be the yellow. Panda's gonna be so happy if he gets to
Oh
look
my
at this
God.
replay.
Tommy versus Turin next, yeah.
20 seconds later
That'll
on the
be human
Farseer.
versus
It's
undead.
on the
There we go,
peons.
second barracks.
And Tommy's very aggressive,
Doesn't have
whereas
that-
Turin
doesn't
looks
have
like he
lumber for
sort
it
of
yet,
tries to buy
and
more
he
time.
changed his mind and
So it should be
queued up
interesting to
on
see.
extra. Viper was going to do it, but changed his mind. So he thinks he can hold this if he makes different follow-up decisions.
Or is he gonna make it late? No, he's gonna make it late. Okay, so you predicted it perfectly. It's double barracks headhunter for both players.
Oh, so Viper has way
Yeah.
too many peons, actually, to do this. Like, he did it cleaner the first time. It's like he's devolving in the build order. You don't need this much lumber.
He's winging it. He's doing to me. This is what
Maybe
I
it's
would
because
do.
he like
Just wing
tripped
it.
himself up for a little bit with the burrow timing, and now everything is kind of falling apart a bit. But he should probably be able to concentrate in the game.
He only has one peon
Does
too
slow him
many.
down a bit though.
Yeah. He only has one peon too many, so it's not that big of a deal.
So with the flow of these fights,
Yeah.
I would imagine, if I'm guessing here, that it's better to be the defender, right? Just because you get your reinforcements, like the defender's advantage, you're gonna get him into the battle a little bit quicker.
I like being
So
the
maybe
attacker.
being slightly slower means you're gonna be the defender regardless.
I think headhunters are a vulnerability. Once they get hit by wolves, they're hurt, and they'll stay hurt for a long time. So I think it's good being the attacker, because you're not idling workers trying to put peons in burrows. Essentially, there's this weird thing where, because you've got more attack targets, you can fire in any direction and hit your opponent. Like, we're
Tommy's watching the
surrounded,
Turin
sir.
video.
Good.
All right.
Then fire in any direction. So normally, if you have wolf headhunter Farseer, you can hit each other, but if the other runs, the playtime is over. But now, if the other runs, you can attack burrow peons. They may idle their workers. So I like it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus, there's not so much space.
So I guess
and
hitting
the
level
wolves
3
keep
is
chasing.
massive, right? When you're playing this.
Whereas if you're attacking, you can
Yes,
just
but
send
it's
your unit all
uncommon
the way down in
to
one
creep a
line,
lot
so the
when
wolves
you're playing
can't
this
get many
style.
auto attacks off.
Especially as they learn the cheese. Actually, this cheese is perhaps even stronger if you completely disregard your opponent and you don't harass. So you don't make them on their guard. You creep to level 3. You let him come to you. By the time they come to you, you're level 1.5. Every time they leave for a bit, you creep another bit. Once you get level 2 wolves, a lot more tanky to defend against headhunter shots.
So in this matchup now, do you play tier 2 chicken at all? Where like you may have to cut headhunter production just to go into tier 2 quicker? Oh yeah, there we go. So he actually stopped producing here just to get... Okay.
Yeah, great question. I think if you're against one Rax, the best response is to bring peons at 50 pop, 40 to 50 pop, and tower. If you're against 2 Rax, I don't think you have enough
Proper
headway
headhunter wars here.
to actually finish it, because they
Forget
have
footman
as many
wars,
as you.
it's
And then
headhunter
what
wars.
RedPanda is doing is actually better, because you will get your regen, you will get your second hero. You're skimping, you're cheating on headhunter production. The other guy is like, but I thought we're both doing this thing. So I thought you were honest and would keep making headhunters. We're number checking each other. But sure enough, both of them are teching to tier 2. So I don't know if they were taught or they intuited this during this moment, but I think they're making good decisions.
Yeah. RedPanda a little quicker on everything though.
Right.
But if he decides to go across the map, I guess he will lose a lot of that time advantage. So he's going to scout with one wolf and start some creeping. And we see the same thing as well from the Viper, but he's decided to go for the braver camp. This
I've
camp
been
is
streaming 10 hours, have
one.
I?
This camp is better to take. Army size of
Probably at least another couple of
35
hours,
to 100%
because there's
taking
another
big orange, not
set of
small
matches, or you know,
Wait,
up to potentially
He
2
killed
hours.
the
We'll
Tome.
see.
Viper killed the Tome.
Oh,
No
can
one
do that?
picks up the tome anyway.
Yep. Items have 75 health.
Ooh, Potion of Greater Mana, best one.
well, he didn't kill that one.
It's a good item. Very good item. Greater Mana Potion. RedPanda picks up a Ring of Protection. Not very good. Now, RedPanda was coached by Francis, the German semi-pro. And Francis has a build where he gets second hero, Naga Sea Witch. And with
Naga Sea
RedPanda being
Bitch.
aggressive and this map having a uniquely suited, aggressively positioned Tavern,
Yeah.
once this burrow and this tier 2 is done for RedPanda, I think he's going to pick up a Tavern hero. Now, Naga, something you would pick up against Blade and 4 Grunts. In this matchup, it's going to be either Pitlord with Howl,
Firelord, maybe.
or it's going to be Panda with Fire Breath. Would be optimal.
It's
Or
not.
even Drunken Haze opening. Very good. Sorry, Austrian, not German. Yes. German speaking.
Voodoo launch gets targeted down, immediately restarts it.
Viper soon has 1-1
So he does have tier
upgrades.
2 now,
The
right?
Headhunter mass
Yeah,
is
get it.
getting very
Doesn't have Bro
critical.
yet, has to wait a little bit more, has the money, is clearly waiting
Oh.
for it. Viper has 1-1 upgrades, but no shop. It's going to be hard for him to hold here.
Oh, wow. That's actually so unfortunate, though, because
Goes
there
for
is
Firelord.
Firelord.
Yeah, not good decision.
I kind of like it, but
Many other
Lava
heroes do a
Storm
lot
technically
more here. I
can be
think
sniped a
almost
bit
every
easier
other
when there's
hero is
that
better
many
here.
headhunters.
It's not terrible, like it still adds a lot of power. It's not right against
He's
this
nice
many
and
headhunters.
ranged, so
His
he's
Lava
very
Spawn
good
is
at
short
poking.
range, it will die easily. Nonetheless,
That's
I think
why I
he's in a
think
good
I like the
position because he's
Firelord.
healthier.
He can get a lot of auto attack
Lone
damage in.
Chieftain once again coming up, but it's only like a quarter of the way done. So he's going to have to hold on a while longer.
There's the
Okay,
level 2.
level 3 right now, though, on the Farseer there.
You could even just go level 1
Use the
Incinerate.
Mana Pot, maybe level 2 Wolves, Mana Pot, Chain Lightning. There's a lot of options for Viper. He also has no peons in his burrow right now. There's the Mana Potion, Chain Lightning, level 1 it was. Where are his Wolves, level 2?
Maybe he's not picked it yet. Maybe he leveled.
I think level 1 Incinerate
Yeah,
looks
you're-
like it's
no,
better.
he
It's
did
nice
pick
to
it
get the
all.
Lava
He did
Spawn,
pick it-
but
oh, he's gonna get taken down!
Wow.
RedPanda with the Chain Lightning on the
that's
Farseer!
big. That
Viper
might
had
just be too
Town Portal,
much.
but he gets taken out. TC comes in here.
Shockwave could do something. No, he
War
goes War
Stomp.
Stomp.
Decides to go for the Stomp this time around, rather than
Okay.
the Wave.
There's
Okay.
still some injured
There's a lot of
headhunters
low
from
HP units
Viper
now.
that can be picked
But
off here
actually-
to recoup, whilst he tries to get his other hero
Restarts the
back.
hero production as well. Side of the altar, but that's going to be another minute or so.
I wouldn't say it's
Can
over.
you
I
tell
think
from looking that the Headhunters have 1-1 for
because you
Viper,
can't
that
stick
they're
around so
stronger?
easily.
No.
It's really hard to see that
I
effect.
Yeah, I did not notice that. Oh, he actually does get rid of them though. So the 1-1 here is big, right? We saw that in the previous game too.
That's still a
the
nice
previous
chunk of experience to
games,
kill a
I
level
guess, where
3.
The Viper got the upgrades early. Panda did not get them early. Is he paying the price of that right now because of it? Like, is that the main thing that is helping him out here?
I think it helped a bit. I mean, as always, it always comes down to micro as well. But the 1-1 definitely helped. Viper's getting level 3 helped him as well. The Mana Pot he had did a little bit of extra. But Viper was in a pretty prime position to hold off if he just spammed Wolves every 30 seconds and didn't overcommit. Because RedPanda would be loath to actually go in and commit on trying to kill burrows, as it would leave him out of position. So patience is often the key in a moment like that.
It's level 2 Chain Lightning just worse than Wolves here.
Now going for that big camp as well, Panda that is.
No, I don't know what the actual
Also greater
meta
mana pool.
answer is, but
something
there
up
are
the
some
night
cases where I do kind of prefer the
Nothing
Chain
of the
Lightning.
night.
The Wolves are like the
Oh, I know
more
what- I know
greedy
what you mean.
option
I
because
saw the
if you can
exclamation
keep
mark, but I guess
spamming
it was
level
the
3
wolf.
Wolves.
No,
I
yeah,
know
it's
you're talking about level 2
overeager
here, but
expression of
you're sort of building up
denial
the wolves
mechanics.
to
When
level
there's a grey
3.
exclamation mark, it means the creep
Yeah, I
killed
suppose
this
you
one. Because
level
it's
2 or
nice
level 1
sometimes
Wolf.
when players are fighting near a camp that you know, okay, it's the creep that got that kill.
Maybe
Here
level
it didn't
2 Chain
matter because it
Lightning,
couldn't possibly
maybe.
have been killed by anything else, but yeah, that's what you
But
saw.
you don't have that much mana, so you can only
Here,
redo
good
it once or
one, too.
twice
Yep,
and you're out.
Same thing. But I think it was the wolf for Panda, right? It was not
Yes.
the.
Just not use the
Yeah, not a
Wolves,
headhunter
yeah,
going
and go
down.
level 2 Chain Lightning so
Viper
you
has
get
some
more.
heal
Here we
solves.
go again.
Pretty much.
Very important for
I think
TC
that's the
to
choice
stay
you
out
have to
of fight
make if
for
you're
the
going to go
full
level 2
45
Chain Lightning.
seconds of this heal solve. He has Ring of Protection +5, reinforced defenses. There's no need to commit early. He's
I haven't
gonna
looked
go
at the
in and
numbers.
get
I'm
the
not
solve
sure how
cancelled.
much of a
Not quite
damage
yet, though.
spike
Ooh,
level 2 versus
got away
level 1
with it.
Chain Lightning is.
Now he's kind of healthier. And he has a big War Stomp level 2.
Don't think
big
it's as
split
like...
by Red Panda. Holy crap.
Yeah. He's
It's
in
as
a
good
rough
as other
position right
heroes.
now. Gets both of the heroes. He's going to try and see if he can maybe
Farseer,
target
speed
fire down
scroll.
to Farseer.
Good
Little
gap
risky.
to get out there, though.
Speed scroll being used, though. to try and
Firelord
keep all
now
of this
next
going.
to be in
Hero
trouble.
focus.
Another big stomp.
Big hero focus by the
Oh,
Viper.
the
He even uses
cloak.
cloak. He
That's
kills
huge.
the Firelord. Very nice cloak.
This is big for Red Panda.
Oh my
That's a
god.
cheeky one.
In that moment,
Rondo, you don't want to be fighting here. No, okay, go back home.
new set of wolves is big here. They do a lot of damage to headhunters.
The thing is, if he just runs, he doesn't have a town portal
Tier 3, by the way,
or a speed scroll
finishing up
anymore,
for both
so he
players
takes
soon.
damage during all of this, and he's waiting for the shop to come back. Whoa,
Oh,
Firelord
we
from
gotta
the
go
tavern
into
is
the
expensive.
Instant respawn there from the tavern, but he's got no mana on it at all.
Yeah, instant respawn is best for undead on Lich because they need it for DPS. It's also great on Night Elf for Demon because they can staff and get mana from Moonwell. Cutting down the time where you don't have Demon, that big tank damage dealer mana
Initial
per guy you
damage,
want.
85,
But for
125,
Orc, if you Tavern
180.
revive,
Jumps
you
to...
then need to wait for it to
Oh,
actually
so it's
be
just the
useful
amount of
because you
targets
need
it
one
jumps
heal self,
to
one clarity.
when it gets upgraded,
So
is that
Tavern
it?
revive cost is double from Altar,
468.
but instant. So you save 66 seconds on a level 2 Tavern revive. You then start healing it with Clarity Heal Solve. That needs 45 seconds. So how much are you really saving until he's back to the fighting form he would have been if you hired him from Altar? Very expensive.
Look
You're
at the
saving maybe
fast
20,
here.
30 seconds, and you're overspending 240 gold for it. No more, because of the Clarity. You're spending like 350 bonus gold to get him 20 seconds faster in the same
Oh,
form.
I see.
So,
The initial
big
damage.
investment, but he wants to finish it right here.
Yeah, Chain Lightning's a weird one to work out just how
it's a
much
risky
damage it
play,
really
though. He's
does.
still on
Because
just
it,
0-0.
it diminishes
The
with
Viper
each
is
hit,
on
so you
slightly
don't know
smaller amount of
exactly
supply
how
here,
much
but
it's
he does
doing.
have upgrades.
1-1 against 0-0, yeah. That Panda comes in from the side.
Farseer's
Viper
back.
runs away, gets his own Berserker upgrade, level 3. This is the Orc equivalent of Pala Rifle.
I kind of get the
TC
feeling that
Headhunter.
Viper needs to back off
It's
a
a
bit
little bit
more and
later,
just
though.
creep a bit
A little
more.
bit later, yeah. The 12-minute timing instead of the 7 minutes.
Because I'm not sure attacking this
War Stomp is
does
big
much
here.
for him
Look
anymore.
at this War Stomp, it's huge.
Stop it. Woo. Everybody's sleeping
But
on the
he's
job
full
for
on
a
aggression.
couple seconds. Farseer is going to be able to get, I guess, level 2 Chain Lightning.
Firelord's going to go
Can't
down in a
believe
moment.
Viper's coming back into
Oh, he's
this.
aware. Jump reduction
Lovely
is
micro
20,
by him.
10% each one,
Yes,
probably.
he still has
Those
cloak.
upgrades seem to be really good, though. Oh,
He remembers
oh,
the cloak again, and he's not controlling it.
That's big. Yeah, that was really good cloak play.
Gets a level up here as well, the Tauren Chieftain.
Farseer down. Viper falling apart a little bit, unless he gets a
Stop.
lucky Tauren Chieftain
No,
kill.
No, you need to run.
Oh my god, Soulburn does damage
run.
over time.
GG.
Yeah.
GG, well played.
Viper out.
Never say well played mid-series. Never. That's my philosophy.
That's another rule.
It's
They're
another
bad
rule.
Steal
manner.
the other color. Never say well played.
Never say GG well played mid-series. It looks like you already congratulated someone on the win. It shows mental defeat. It empowers the enemy. I think it's because he's thinking in that moment. The fiber of his being thinks it's
Wait,
a best
Viper
of
won
3.
that?
And he just lost 1-2. But there's another map or 2.
Oh shit, sorry.
Never say GG
For a
well
mo-
played
I-
Grubby 2025. No.
I flipped out there.
Mid-series. Overthinking it?
Would
Yeah,
they
I do
swap- did they
overthink a
swap
lot.
colours
Am I
or something?
overthinking it? Lowko.
For a while there, yeah, I thought they were the other color. Ah, okay. I think I'm like half spaced out at this point. I fucked up, obviously, but I think I'm like half spaced out at this point, where I just sort of like assumed they were what I just thought they were. Because I'm not observing, where I'm like highlighting my cursor over them all the time, so I can see which player is which. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty tired at this point now. Oh well, that's good then for Viper, because I think he has a really good chance to win the whole thing. Good job though, RedPanda, sticking in there. Certainly giving a match for his money. That was a much harder fight there.
Stomp much more than what Shockwave would have done in that situation.
Is this a best of
Because it
5
allows
still?
him to threaten the Farseer and
I
then
thought
the
it's
Fire
a. Oh
Lord.
wow! Holy shit! Oh my god! It is gonna be. Oh no! It's gonna be really long tonight. I'm quite tired already at this point. And I just realized I thought these were best of 3s. See, I told you I'm a bit out of it. I thought these were best of 3s. So there's still potentially. Oh yeah, and then the next slot is going to be best of 5 as well. Oh my. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I think you could definitely do best of 3 in the first brackets. Because the thing is the players have a backup. If you didn't have this backup here, then maybe best of 5. But you've got this backup. This protects you. So going out, and here as well, you could have best of 3s on these. And then you go into best of 5s from like this point onwards or something. Go make coffee with Red Bull. I don't have coffee or I don't have Red Bull. Like, I've always found being natural is just best, to be honest with you. Uh-oh.
Or gained himself, I guess, like maybe 5 to 10 or so, right? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, you know...
All right, let's go.
Warcraft 3 has the upkeep system. And you've got natural supply blocks sometimes. So you can get those upgrades without really losing out a lot. RedPanda stole yellow again. I mean, I'm making up a story here. Is he really stealing it? Or am I making this up?
You know, when I first started playing, I thought the upkeep system was kind of stupid. You know, I was like, okay, this... why is this a thing? I don't want to be paying taxes in the game. But the more I play, I like it. It creates like some... You know, it creates action, right? It creates like a pressure point. You actually need to do something. Yeah, I didn't really like it all too much initially, but it's...
Minimal says, I once made CSGO tournament in my store. What's your store then? And put a best of 5 at start. It took 19 hours to finish. After that, only finals and semi are best of 5. Yeah. And remember, we also had the 2v2 games in this. There's only one of them, and it's only 16 minutes long. And the other one, I think, has been forfeited, or maybe he's played tomorrow. Yeah.
You've fallen in love with the upkeep system, same as me.
You know, another thing I'm starting to...
Level 1 Chain Lightning, Untro says, should do 289 damage. Level 2, 562. And level 3, 900. See... I don't think level 2 Chain Lightning is that bad, but it's compared to other spells, when you get level 2 version of them, like Breath of Fire or Carrion Swarm, they feel like a significant improvement on the level 1 version. So then you definitely take them. Whereas Chain Lightning level 2 is like, it's better, but it's like, eh.
Double barracks.
Can explain what's going on.
And Chain Lightning is more expensive than both of them.
Leading with the 2-1. RedPanda went for a variation here. Instead of going for 10 war mills,
You have a LAN cafe and 15
racks,
PCs and 5
he went for
PS5. And people pay you to play on
16
them.
war mills, 17 racks. Or
Where do you
maybe
do
it was
that
15,
then?
16. Slightly delayed.
Also turn 10 PCs
Let's
at
say
the same
20
time
seconds
and give
later,
you fuse,
which means
don't
one
worry.
of his peons had one more lumber return trip, which means he's teching at 2-minute 20.
Ah, so that's the
instead
feud
of
button.
what could have been a 2-minute 35. Faster second hero. There's the burrow. Now he can start a headhunter. So he's also choosing to avoid a direct confrontation. Now this is interesting because Viper now gets a burrow cancel, as he never met RedPanda, and unlike RedPanda's base, Viper does have a second burrow on time, so he's going to be able to repair it with 10% left.
He's going to be able to keep this around.
So, okay.
Just barely, I guess. Yep,
Panda is yellow, Viper is blue.
Big gain right there for the Viper.
First peon
'Cause I
on
keep
burrows
thinking
has
of
double the attack
Viper as
rate
yellow.
that any other peon will add to it. So you always want to have one per burrow minimum. Viper has 2-3 split. He is getting idled on the income, but he's also using a peon to auto-attack the Farseer.
Yeah, I was just giggling at that guy. There's a dude with a hammer just hitting away, or it's like a pickaxe or whatever, hitting away at a guy on a wolf.
I can do
Very brave. He's braver than I would be if I was a peon.
I mean, if you had a pickaxe, who knows? Okay, not a disaster
Not a bad start, though.
for RedPanda. Idling those workers means Viper has less production.
That's
His
really
tech
cool,
is
Minimal.
fast,
Congrats
with
and good luck
60%.
on your store.
Viper's unit count has been throttled. And RedPanda has avoided some of that early skerfuffle, where typically the guy
Kerfuffle.
with more spear throwers gets out ahead.
So he's gonna get
Kerfuffle was a
faster
good
hero
word.
then, right?
Yes.
So we've seen a bunch of different level
Oh,
2
he's
heroes,
locked
right?
out
So
of
you're
getting his
saying
shop.
Most likely.
Does he
Panda
cancel
is
it?
the best,
He cancelled.
If I'm gathering it correctly, or I guess
think
there's a
it's-
lot of decent options.
I think it's correct, but I think what we'll see is a Fire Lord or a TC. It's hard to predict.
Both players taking a bunch of damage from the Farseer.
It looks like the Viper has more control in this situation.
Viper sending one
Funny
headhunter
how slow
home
the leveling is.
who lied about being hurt. He's like, yeah, I can't fight anymore, but it's actually full life.
But those burrows
my
are
HP
sneaking
bar,
some
man.
hits
It's like-
in.
It's barely even there.
Headhunter
Took like
down.
one hit and ran.
Yeah.
Oh, he got body blocked by his own peon. That was inside of the burrow, I think. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh,
One of them was trying to back up. Yeah, that guy's just chilling.
TC. TC always a solid choice. RedPanda didn't lose that much. He's okay. He lost like what, one?
This is
I
fine.
think he lost one headhunter.
That's painful though, not having that one headhunter in the mix, because he's on the clock.
Yeah, that is true. But it's not quite a... This cannot work as an all-in anymore, because Viper has
That's
too much
alright.
damage and no shop. So this is always going to be a value attack. And in fact, we see that Viper is already going to tier 2.
Viper just loves
they're
this
just
aggression.
Opening with high unit count and then playing more normal. Unaware,
In all
or
fairness,
unsure how to, that you can
For the
go
vast
with a
majority
cheese
of the
all-in.
time, the
This
aggression
time,
pays off for the
RedPanda
Viper.
is sending his wolf after the low headhunters. True for both of
Not
them. Viper
always,
hits level
but
2
the most
first.
of the time.
Instantly
Because
farts
you
out
can,
chain lightning.
if you've got the
Don't love that at all.
confidence
Usually
and the
you save
micro,
that mana
then why
until,
not?
you can confirm a kill with it.
Use
You're
it.
not just value damaging. A little bit of
Oh, the wolf block.
okay.
The wolf block, this is big. If you can keep this going
Nice
for
move
long
to get
enough,
rid
that
of-
is
but
actually...
Panda though.
Oh,
Maybe able to force it.
nah, he's fallen behind now.
Not quite.
Almost.
If he kept up the block, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Viper decides to TP after all. Now, this could be a momentum-based TP. Not like I need it right now, but I want to heal up everything I have right now so I can get back on the map.
Yeah,
If
most of
that's
his
a
stuff is
choice,
back at base
good for
now.
him making a choice. I don't agree with
But
it.
there wasn't that many
I think
headhunters.
he was actually just afraid he was going to die.
Yeah, there weren't that many headhunters to heal up,
Yeah, you
so...
never, yeah, I guess he doesn't know exactly when the level 2 might hit, right? On the Farseer.
Maybe.
He found, by the way, the headhunter that was AFK.
Yes. Slacker.
Minimal, when you do the MMA fighting, do you have like a trainer that's like 58 to 64-year-old man that looks like he's about 80 years old, and he's just shouting at you the whole time and always angry, and he's got grey hair?
Slippers and ring versus a bunch of, well, just a ring of protection for now, and then another ring of protection.
Very good on
That's the
turn
ring that got
system.
nerfed, right?
Yes.
You have those in your gym.
Used to be +2 ring.
In every gym.
He attacked it.
He did attack it again.
Saved it.
Wow.
Yeah, he attacked it for a second.
This used to be a ring +2, and it was on equal footing with Circlet on this kind of camp. Circlet was way more highly desired. Everyone wanted Circlet, then Claw, then Glove, then Ring. At +2, it wasn't that impressive. Then it got buffed in 2018 to +3, then later on, maybe 2020, to +4. And it's been really strong ever since. So 2 days ago, went back to +3, and I think this is the sweet spot.
I
They
agree.
also removed Circlet from that drop table.
I agree.
Which is now
Plus
one
4 was
drop
too
table
good.
higher. Circlet has the amount of attribute points that is equal to 1 level up, so it is quite a potent item.
Just remember,
As in,
on some maps, I'm pretty sure on Market Square at one point, although I might be wrong on this, some of these red creep camps, some of these higher level items, like legit like level 5, was like a ring of protection +5. I'm pretty sure that was a drop at one point. And then you could get ring of protection +4 from like level 2 drops practically in recent times.
Arcwave.
It's still there.
yeah, Panda, by the way, is
Yeah.
now almost at tier 3.
You can still get +5.
which is
Yeah,
way
exactly.
before his opponents.
So remember,
Because
you
the
could get
Viper
like
hasn't
+4
started
from
it
like
up
a level
yet.
2.
The Viper
drop.
does have a lead, though, as far as the
So
unit numbers go here, but I'm assuming
You're
it's for the
effectively getting a
Berserking
level
upgrade,
5
right?
item, almost.
And
At level
he's
2.
preparing Bloodlust. He's about 3 minutes away from having a
But
shaman
it's
with
it's
Bloodlust,
not
which can
+5
cast
isn't very
Bloodlust
good
on
for a
several
level
people.
5
I
item.
think this upgrade takes 60, the next is 90, so that's 2.5 minutes, and then he needs a shaman. It's a big investment and a large tech route to get to that, but Bloodlust is a powerful and scary upgrade. Have you faced a lot of Bloodlust in your games, Lowko?
No.
He
no,
should
not
say
really.
yes. I get angry all the time.
Not a whole lot yet, but I know the strength from World of Warcraft, you know, it's so it's hard to do a raid without Bloodlust.
Would you ever join, well, actually, let's take a look at the fight first. We've got Viper's TC here, not with the Rings of Protection.
Didn't know Lowko played World of
Those
Warcraft.
are still
then.
on his fires here. He is leading this army. Very similar army, both at around 40 pop. Upgrades, very similar as well. Did Viper just finish 2-0? No, he cancelled 2-0.
Invul bot being used. Should RedPanda really be fighting though? I guess he's winning the engagement here, so it's okay for him, but ooh, he's even gonna chase it down. Okay, maybe he can even get a TC.
Viper,
He does
hero
get
down.
it.
There's some of
Nicely
that
done.
charming, rusty movement for Warcraft 3 units. High-level
I don't
players,
think the Viper likes it very much.
not in that moment, but high-level players, they can see it happening before it happens, and then they'll part the sea by splitting the headhunters either side to allow the TC to get away. But if you just try to click away, that is bound to happen.
Take that for using a
Luckily,
heal
TC was only
himself.
level 1, which means it costs 170 gold and 33 seconds to get him back.
I'll have a look
Not
at
that
that.
bad at all.
Minimal.
Viper's still ahead in population count, and
In
the
between
TC
the games.
is already back. Whereas RedPanda's TC is at home, going on a shopping spree. So, as the Viper here, would you want to chase, or would you want to farm? What do you think?
Well, I think it's difficult for him to know exactly what's going on the other side of the map, right? But I'm guessing the Berserker upgrade was already supposed to be done. It seems very late after getting to tier 3 first, but
It's finished.
yeah, it's finished now. I guess RedPanda is just going to continuously attack. He's okay. No, Viper is thinking about creeping right now.
Well, this will
but it
be
could
one hell of a
very
creep jack if he
dangerous.
gets it.
Oh, if he triggers this camp, this is a scary turtle.
All the rings are still in
This
the
turtle
fires
gives
here.
me night.
Red Panda
nightmare,
might see
Grubby.
that
It's not,
headhunter moving
not my
over.
favorite.
He does, I think.
The creep jack. This is very painful.
This is horrible, yeah.
No speed scroll either.
Oh dear. I think Red Panda might
Farseer
just
could
win the
get
game
surrounded
here.
as well. This is surrounded by Red Panda. Oh, not quite.
Not quite.
Trying to get it. Farseer does run around, but
It's
the
kind of
TC
hard
is
to
straight
see
in the
what's going
middle.
on here, but
okay, he could have probably had it if he decided to target it. Decided not to.
level 2.9. Oh, level 3.
Slugfest, Viper's
So
hero
he's going to get a stronger
did reach
shockwave
level 3
soon when he gets
first.
the mana
has those
for
level
it.
2 wolves, but now Red Panda has his set of wolves as well. Viper gets level 4. Finally gets his own Berserker upgrade, but he's down to 26 pop. Doesn't have a lot left.
He's trying for a hero kill.
Viper
That's this around, Grubby.
TC is getting focused.
Viper
I don't
still
even
level.
think it's
Oh, he
worth
gets level 2 at
getting the
least.
TC while
But that's
losing
actually going to
3-4
cost him
Berserkers.
more.
But
to get the
either
hero
way,
back.
he has it. Viper doesn't have a lot of units left. He's going to fall back. Still finishing his second attack
Viper
upgrade
is
for,
definitely
Berserkers.
behind this game.
Viper.
That's a lot
There's
of
no more
lot of
units.
losses.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while though before that TC is back. The Viper decides to tap out because he knows it's gonna be very difficult to finish that. Good
GG.
series.
Very good. We're going to go to the rubber match.
It's like, how do you like it? Fire versus fire. It's like throwing it back at the Viper. The Farseer Headhunter. Harass. Oh, this is your... this is Minimal's gaming dojo. What's that? What's that say up there? Are those the symbols for PlayStation? Ah, that's PlayStation 5 ones, is it? Oh my gosh, there's another room behind the room. Alright, take care, Merok. That's Bosnia, okay. Is it Bosnia and Herzegovina? Is that the name for it? I only know that from doing the Geo thingamajig.
So it's on both.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen it in a while in this game either, but
Yeah. And it used to
Alright,
be more.
thank you, Minimal.
I think back in the days, you know, people said GOHF GG. Now people just read.
So what are the PCs then? Did you go with like AMD or Intel? And then how do you deal the graphics cards? Because they're expensive as fuck at the moment.
It's been a long while.
Nice.
GG easy. Wait, no.
These days, all GGs are left in AoE too. Ah, really? Oh yeah, and Warcraft 3 has disabled chat by default now. Did you struggle with that at all, or did you turn it on pretty soon?
Oh, I went into the settings the first time around. I actually forgot about that. Wait, so by default, the chat is turned off?
Yeah, like Hearthstone, can't chat with your opponent.
That's a strange. Like, why does StarCraft not have that, and then this game does?
Because Warcraft 3 has had a more recent patch.
Wait, this is actually like since Wednesday? No way.
No. Since November 19th.
Oh, okay.
So
actually recent.
Yeah, actually.
19th
It's like they're both in the coach corner potentially.
Right.
Yeah. Neither of them is ready, at least. They're in the lobby, but...
No rush. Not ironic either. I'm not being sarcastic with them.
So we haven't seen anybody make towers on the other side of the map. That is what you said, right? With the double barracks push, like you can build some towers on the other side?
You gotta build up a comfortable lead though. Your Farseer still needs to be full life, have some mana, and you can't have like 6 Headhunters bleeding from every orifice.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of like have dominance. You killed more, you're not very low, then you seal the deal. So I kind of agree with them not going for that. Because the towers takes 3 minutes to finish.
3 minutes?
Sorry, 1 minute. It takes 1 minute to finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so you're fighting against each other. You need to make sure that you keep your lead for a minute.
Ryzen 5 5500 RTX 3060 Ti 16GB RAM. That is the most since I am in a third world country. Most of the things here are stolen and sold here for a lot more money. So I get a new 3060 Ti cheap. Fair enough. If it works, it works.
16 precious little newbies is that when people slip on their macro, they go tier 3 for no reason at all. Of course, it's different for you. It's like designed for Night Elves to go tier 3. Undead as well. But a lot of orcs and humans, when really they should just play on tier 2, they're like...
I mean, in all fairness, with the prices the way they are, I can't blame, you know, fucking hell. Like, the prices for, like, graphics card and PCs and stuff like that in general should be a lot more reasonable than they are. Like, it's so out of the realms for most people that are trying to that don't spend all their time on the PC. It's like, I need to get a new PC and be more up to date. Oh, yeah, that'll cost you about 2,000 now. So when I was younger growing up, it was still going to cost you a fair chunk of change to get a PC and stuff like that, but not like now. It's like 3-4 times more expensive now to get like something that's not even like top of the range, just something that's good at least. That'll do the job.
You need that rejuvenate to tie together the loose ends.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get
that
yourself
upgrade is
arrested,
insane.
Minimal?
I didn't realize that was an upgrade. until you
Viper is
pointed it
yellow
out, I
now,
think,
is he?
during, like, the second coaching session?
I think it's because the players are a bit rushed or they're not paying attention to the colors, but they really ideally should stick to the same color. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it does flip you out a little bit. So yeah, Viper is now yellow because they're orc mirrors as well. So it's like Panda is blue. I feel like Panda should be red because he's RedPanda, but here we are.
Or does he think he's getting out microed? That's why he'd rather not. What does it mean that he's not matching the same build?
Yeah.
Tag Grubster for the color
So I'm
thing.
guessing this is faster tier 2 for him.
I
again.
might mention
Yeah,
it to him
I
in
think
like a
he
Discord
feels he can
DM or
make
something
better
like that
decisions
for tomorrow's
over
games,
the long
but
run.
I don't
Maybe
think
also
we'll worry
felt
too
Viper's
much for
micro
like the
was quite
remainder
good.
games today.
So he's circumventing the Headhunter spam wars. They meet each other. Will they pass? Like two ships
He
in the night?
knows. Yeah, well, he might also be aware of it. It's just the
Not this
players are
time.
picking whatever color they pick, and
We're having a little bit of a wolf-on-wolf
yeah,
fight.
he mentioned. Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Okay.
I
A
suspect
little
he
bit of
would
XP
do.
for the both. How kind.
It's just he's trying to keep the tournament running and stuff like that. It's not like it's super regimented rules where it's like we can't start the game until every player is exactly the right color, the right team number, and all that kind of stuff. I get it. It's just it's an ideal world that you know, the players remember to do it themselves, really. It's the players that should be doing it, really, but...
Habits where, like, yeah, you go and meet and you hit each other's wolves. But in reality, you should be dodging the wolves, hit the enemy Farseer, and it's way more annoying.
It's true. I thought I noticed that when they were going for the wolves. I was like, that's a bit odd.
Yeah. I mean, they both let their wolf die. Yeah, you shouldn't let them die. Just send them away or deny. But sometimes people make mistakes. All good.
I feel like my understanding of the Orc mirror matchup is now better than my Night Elf mirror matchup. Even though I've played 0 games of Orc versus Orc.
All right.
But maybe it's just this, you know, maybe this sample size of games is, maybe it's not 100% representative of what Orc v Orc normally looks like, but this seems like what we have every game now.
I think they happen to be very similar players that like to express their micro and aggression. Because some people, when you go on the ladder, they'll play the Blade Master and they open with farming and stuff, and then they'll complain about Farseer Rush because it takes them away from what they want to be doing.
You got a mantle. I'm assuming that's pretty nice on the Farseer.
Yes, Bis. Best in slot for him. +3 damage, mana regen, bonus mana. Very good.
Exactly what you want.
RedPanda
More wolves
from this
equals
camp.
more better.
Yes. RedPanda would want Ring of Superiority if that drops from here. Claws, also very nice.
Oh. I thought we were going to resummon, but no. We'll kill you instead.
Viper could take this camp, but I'm not sure he's aware of it. He might aim a little bit more unambitious. Go for the smaller. Might be afraid of a creep jack. He doesn't know what we know. RedPanda rushing out Regeneration and Tauren Chieftain. Viper has gone for tier 2. It's much later, but he has more units. So he pretty much always has the map control. Which is why it would be nice to see him exert it by taking enemy camps rather than pulling back and taking this. Having said that, what if Viper goes for an early expansion again? But this time, does it not from a position of weakness like he did on Autumn Leaves, but from a position of actually having a higher level Farseer. And
I haven't even really been playing. I obviously haven't been playing. I've just been watching. But for some reason, I'm way more sort of knackered.
What did you get? Sorry, I missed it.
Although, to be fair, that could be because I woke up with a bloody headache today.
Is that mostly useful just later on for more of the Chain Lightning?
It's yeah.
I'm not going to get an early night's sleep, so I might have a headache tomorrow as well.
Wolves. Also, you can give Pendant to Tauren Chieftain, use Clarity on Farseer, then give the Pendant back to the Farseer, so that that Clarity that normally gives 100 actually gave 130.
It's like the Moonwell juice.
Yep.
So he is clearing out his expansion at the very least. RedPanda it is.
Yeah, getting an early lead on Tauren Chieftain XP as well. RedPanda is probably building a lodge now, if history is any guide to go by. He's got his tier 3 coming. There's the lodge for Bloodlust. Adding a bit of nuance. Viper also tier 3, so his tier 3 is actually not that far behind. He even prioritized it over the Tauren Chieftain. Is he like solo Farseering on purpose? It's actually kind of cool. You could get level 5 FS.
Sounds like a Viper thing. Neither player, by the way, brave enough to take the middle camp so far.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most valuable camps on the map. The laboratory, number 1 and 2. Then you've got the 2 red camps.
Oh, you think they're more valuable than the red camps?
Because you can't take red yet.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah. But like, even sometimes, for the early game, it might actually be
Those
better.
camps in the middle really aren't even that difficult to do.
More than like claws plus 12 or something.
So you can get to them.
Gifted Ludwig, much appreciated.
No idea where the opponent is located, but just gonna try and risk it.
Oh my god.
It's a wart in the middle.
Looks like Farseer is actually being played solo by Viper on purpose. I don't see a second hero. He's level 4, Chain Lightning level 2. Item 1 of Mana Steel for RedPanda. Like you said, he started on that mid camp.
With this kind of army, can't they
so
cheese a red camp?
Drain the mana though out of the Farseer. The Viper's in a world of trouble.
That's true.
They could. It's the sort of thing I would do, and then
Stealing
I'll
mana
get
from a
creep
high-level
jacked
hero
and then
is more
lose the
valuable
game
than
because
from
I
a
tried
low,
to do something
because
so
you're denying
greedy.
a more powerful spell.
Well, this is going to be a tricky fight here if he decides to take it. Viper decides to back up.
Run.
Speed
He likes his
scroll,
speed
always very
scrolls.
imposing.
Speed scroll. It's going to get him a headhunter or two, so
-2
it's
headhunters
worth it so far.
instantly. Viper's kind of letting this happen to himself. He's got heal scroll but hasn't used it. -4 headhunters. There's his first chain lightning. RedPanda's doing much better here. Perfect lineup for a shockwave. It's insane.
Yeah,
No
that's
heal scroll from Viper yet.
really good engagement.
No,
I mean, the thing is that the heal scroll feels a bit redundant
for
now.
A second chain lightning eater. That mana steal
On just like free
very
headhunters.
effective so far. He's used it once. Panda's gonna chase it down.
I'll be soloing it with Shadow
Second
Hunter.
hero now coming, by the
Probably.
way.
That's -6 headhunters for Viper, and then he used heal scroll on the 4. RedPanda pressuring hard here with the Farseer TC. There's that TC finally coming out. I mean, did he just forget? Was it on purpose? RedPanda.
Seems like Panda
playing
feels a little
better here.
more
Fewer mistakes. He sees an
comfortable
enemy,
with
runs in with the speed
Orc,
scroll,
per
starts
se.
targeting, and it just
And I think
overwhelms
Viper
for
feels
a
more
while.
comfortable with ranged combat, but not necessarily Orc. It's just he's playing Orc that have ranged combat. But if he was playing Paladin Rifles, I think he'd do just as well. Or if he was playing Mass Archers with Night Elf, he'd be doing just as well. But it feels like Panda seems to understand Orc maybe a little better, just from the games. But Viper's definitely got that ranged micro control almost always throughout the games. Sometimes there's a bit of a slip up, but generally speaking, if that works for him. But I think he doesn't necessarily get Orc, so he's missing out on some timings.
Quite a bit. Wait, he's looking for a creep jack on the laboratory. As the Viper goes for the shop, knows he needs heal scroll, and wants to get his TC level 2. That leaves the laboratory up
these
for
units
RedPanda.
are going to show.
Very valuable camp. Let's see what he gets from
Look
it.
at the mini-map. The yellow units moving down.
Goblin Merchant
can
at the
see
very
those,
least
he
was
knows where he
scattered.
is.
I think he got a ring of regen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
What did he get on the other side of the map? Healing pot?
Yeah, greater healing potion. Very useful. Viper goes in with the town portal level 4.5 Farseer.
Ooh, some
and TC
exposed weak
1.9.
burrows.
Viper's
That's
at
pretty
40
good.
pop.
That
He's up
should
against
force a TP,
Bloodlust.
baby.
Pretty valuable
Yep.
to take down the
You could
Lodge
just
with
run back,
instant
and
TP
that's
from
already a win.
RedPanda. And I think Viper didn't
Yeah.
see it yet.
Yeah, you need to back.
Oh, that icon is obviously a little bit further down. Berserking is done though here for
Where's
the
that
Viper.
Tauren
He's got
chieftain
that
guy?
finished.
He has
Next hero
no-
just
He
about
just
to
needs to
spawn
get
above
out of
Panda.
here.
Viper
I
has
don't
no
think.
heal scroll here. It's on his TC.
Why does Viper
The
stay
TC is
in these
the back.
fights?
Shadowhunter comes out.
He
Bloodlust
doesn't
is
seem to
here.
have
I
called
think
the
RedPanda
fights
is
well
looking
at
really
all
good
on
here,
this.
Lowko.
Yeah, he's trying his best to see if he can eventually finish it as he actually shuts down.
Oh no.
Yep, there we go. The
I
Farseer,
don't know if
he
Viper
gets
just got a bit
pulled,
tired
and
towards the
RedPanda-
end there, but it really felt in that game it was a different player. I can't fault him too much because he's been playing so well throughout the competition. It's just obviously there. It just feels like it almost caught up with him a little bit because it's just almost like he just kind of gave up a bit and just sort of was like, I could move these injured units that are definitely going to die, but I'm just can't be bothered. It's almost like he's played too many games and he's just had enough at this point. So yeah, Viper is going down to the loser bracket. He's not out
Very
yet
well
though, and
Fun set of
RedPanda
games.
marches through.
Very fun set
So
of games.
interesting. Let's see how it goes.
One more